I have a stack of new records that I thought I would go through. Many of these I bought last month during a vacation where we went to Ithaca, New York. And there's a bookstore there called Autumn Leaves, and the top part of that is a record store called Angry Mom. And I sort of made my way through there. And actually, many of these records I got from their not yet filed section or newly arrived. It's a really great store. So, Itzhak Perlman, Vladimir Ashkenazy, Brahms, violin sonatas, or sonatas for violin and piano. I listened to this record when I was at Bates as an undergraduate, so that was 35 years ago. A guy called Scott Esty and I played number 3, D minor. I love that piece. He played great. It was kind of a bit beyond me, but this recording was one I listened to. Did I own it? I don't think I did. I think I listened to it in the music library. If I owned it, it was on cassette because I didn't have a record player in my dorm room at that time. This Stravinsky Concerto for Piano and Wind Orchestra. This I did not get from Angry Mom. This I bought just recently. Leonard Bernstein conducting it. This is a piece that I would like to play and or conduct, but it's a piece I've been listening to because I am writing what I think is going to be a piano concerto, and I haven't decided yet on the orchestral resources that are going to be included. But this sound, the Concerto for Piano and Wind Orchestra by Stravinsky, I really like. Another one, not from Angry Mom, but the Airborne Symphony by Mark Blitzstein. So I had never heard of either this piece or this composer until I was reading a Bernstein biography earlier in the summer. Actually, while I was in Ithaca on that same vacation, I was reading the biography because I was getting ready for a project that I'm going to be doing soon, which is to be recording these 13 anniversaries. And so each of these anniversaries is dedicated to a person. And I thought I would read a biography and get a little bit of background. So the video is going to be me playing these, recording them, with a little bit of lecture, talking about who the person is. Anyway, Mark Blitzstein was a very close friend of Leonard Bernstein, and a composer who I think Bernstein thought highly of. He performed this symphony, and indeed recorded it. This is Bernstein recording it. It's a really remarkable piece. Text written by Blitzstein while he was in the Air Corps during World War II. It's just a grand symphonic, kind of mesmerizing meditation on, on flight, but also on mortality and life, and it's wonderful. Wherever I got it from, it only cost $2. That's pretty good. Okay, William Schumann, Symphony Number 2. It's another composer I didn't really know anything about. This is a piece, again, that Leonard Bernstein really championed while he was at the New York Philharmonic, and a composer he knew. And I've listened to this, and this entire repertoire of mid-20th century American symphonic works. The Blitzstein. I was listening to Randall Thompson Symphony, of course Copland. It's all very good, and it's kind of where I'm at in my own compositional head right now, is that style. not that style, but you know what I mean? I'm immersed in that kind of music. So this I got from Angry Moms for $3. I didn't get this from there. I bought this because I think some of these records are records that I was listening to as an undergraduate. This album, which I had on cassette, I listened to it on the Sony Walkman on repeat over and over again, the Communards. And so I bought it. I didn't have it on vinyl, so I bought a copy of it. Same with Viva Hate. So Morrissey's a turd right now, I don't know. But the Smiths, and particularly this album, my God. This album came out. I was talking to a friend of mine about this album, and he said he was listening to this after we all graduated. And he had gone, he was in his parents' basement trying to figure out what to do next. He listened to this album. It was like that 4-year window, you know, when you're 18, 19, 20, 21. It seems like forever. And then it was gone. And we all were 21 years old. And it was gone. So this album, Every Day is Like Sunday was the single that we all listened to, but Late Night on Maudlin Street, this is a good album. Now, I don't know that I really care for, and certainly don't know any of Morrissey's stuff after this. What came after this? Was it Suede Head? No, that's the name of the single. I don't know. See? I don't know. And he's a douchebag now. This I spent $20 for, though. That's a lot of money. Okay, another one from Angry Mom for $3. Ives, 2 string quartets. I don't know these pieces, and I haven't listened to this yet. So I'm really kind of eager. Perhaps this weekend I'll listen to these. But I don't know the string quartets. I know the Concord Sonata, and I know the Universe Symphony, and I know a bunch of his songs, but not the string quartets. I don't know. So we'll find out. Perhaps I'll give a little overview of it. Bartók Concerto for Violin. This I got from Angry Mom for $4. But, and I just picked it up because it was in amongst all the others, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to have a selection of records that represented like a season, maybe like the 1948 season of the New York Philharmonic. This was recorded in whenever. Yeah, I don't know when it was recorded. I'm going to say 1947, making that up. Okay, this was a nice find. I have I guess a parallel or an equivalent recording Horowitz in I think 1986 when he finally did retire and did a sort of series of concerts. I saw him in Boston and have the record of that. This was 1965 and is billed as his first concert in 12 years. Bach, Busoni, a bunch of Chopin, Scriabin, Carnegie Hall. So, now this, okay, I might have a collecting problem with recordings of the Goldberg Variations. I have both Gould recordings. The early one is quite easy to get. The 1981 Sony took me some finding. So I have those two. I got a copy of Vikingur Olafsson's recording, which I heard this year in concert, and it kind of, there's a video I did of that. It was great. And now I have this, Schiff. I have a CD of Jeremy Denk playing the Goldberg Variations, which is, I don't know which is my favorite. I have a recording of Wanda Landowski playing it on the harpsichord. What I really want there's a recording from like 1950 of Rosalind Turek recording, and I feel like that might be whatever else happens to me and my Goldberg obsession. That Rosalind Turek recording is so, it's perfect. I was in Toronto for a spring break trip with my family, and one of the things we did was swing by the concert hall there. I can't remember what it's called, but they have Gould's piano, the one he used it for the later part of his career, the Yamaha piano. And I had sent a note saying, hey, can I see it? I don't know, maybe it's behind rope, but they had it out for me, tuned. So I sat down and played the aria, the Goldberg aria. I'll link to that in the show, not the show notes, in the video notes, because that was kind of a thrill. I did really appreciate touching the keys that Gould touched. Anyway, I haven't listened to this one either yet. There's a recording of Schiff playing the both books of the Well-Tempered Clavier in concert in 2 nights, right at Albert Hall, Royal Albert Hall, from a few years ago. It hasn't been released as an album, as far as I can tell, but it is on YouTube as a video, like a proper video. You know, it wasn't a bootleg, and it's a fantastic recording. This I got because this is another piece. It's also from Angry Moms for $2. I listened to this record millions of times at Bates because the Concerto in D minor number 20 is a piece I played at Bates with the orchestra. Somewhere the tape for that still exists. I don't know where. I'm sure they have it because they recorded everything, put it all there. I could probably send them a note and say, hey, I'm going to start emailing the faculty at Bates and reconnecting. Anyway, I saw this and I picked it up. Georgi Sandor, Bach. My piano teacher, who I study with now, talks about Sandor as like a consummate pianist, whatever that means. And I thought I would. I saw this, and it was what? $6, so on the high end. So that's that. A bunch of records to listen to. I like to listen to records on Saturday afternoons and just sit and really listen to them. So I tend not to put things on just kind of in the background anymore. And I haven't had a Saturday afternoon free for a while, but I do this coming weekend. So a couple of these are going to listen. So I thought I'd get them out there, share them with you. If you have any questions, or if you have any recent purchases, vinyl or otherwise, that you are particularly happy with, excuse me, drop a comment in the YouTube